In Valorant, there are a series of skins that go above and beyond just having fancy effects and animations. There are many skins that also contain a special gimmick only unique to that skin. And in today's video, we are going to be covering every single gimmick that is present in the game. Hit the like button below and subscribe if you happen to enjoy. And let's go on to the first gimmick, which is the Blast X skins, which all contain this custom bullet impact effect. This is a very simple effect, but it really adds to the whole theme of these skins, zapping that they are all themed off of Nerf blasters. Personally, this is probably one of my favorite gimmicks in the game because it's a very simple one, but it adds so much to the whole theming of the skin, and I really hope that in the future, Riot Games will end up giving more skins custom bullet impacts. A more basic gimmick, on the other hand, is the Winter Wonderland melee Easter egg. Now, if you didn't know, if you hit a wall with this melee long enough, it will actually eventually break. This will make the knife's model change and will even give it different animations, that being the dagger animations. The only downside to this Easter egg is that it takes a while to pull off, meaning you might have to spend multiple pre-rounds in some random corner whacking away at a wall so you can simply break your knife. Keeping with the trend of a skin having a secret Easter egg, we have the Infantry Guardian. Now, what makes this skin special is that it is one of the only select tier edition skins that has some form of custom sound effect, that being that when you completely empty a magazine, you will hear a grand ping. And the reason why you do hear this sound effect is because this skin is actually based off of a real life gun, that being the M1 Garand, where once you completely empty it out, a clip will fly out, giving that ringing noise. Now for Spectrum, this is a skin that adds several unique things. The first being that when you inspect the gun and knife, a song composed by the DJ Zed will play. This is basically the main reason why you would buy these skins, and the second extra feature added is the 6 kill effect, which is neat. The last additional thing this skin has is actually an interactive finisher, where if you start inspecting the gun during the finisher animation, the finisher will actually react and change. All of these extra mechanics come together to make a skin line that is perfect for anybody who loves electronic music. With RGX, we also got another new upgrade type, that being the kill counter all the skins have. This is a tiny number present on the back of every skin, and it is used to show how many kills you have in a round. Another new additional feature that was added to these skins is that when you inspect them, the color of the lights on the gun will actually change, meaning that mid-round, if you want to change your gun's color to blue, to white, to yellow, or purple, you can do that. This next skin line will have the most amount of new gimmicks, and this is the champion skins. For 2021, these were the most basic out of all of them. They introduced the champion's aura mechanic, which makes your gun glow when you are the top player in the match. The champion's guns also played music, just like Spectrum when you inspect them. This inspect song is also the same song that goes along with the interactive finisher, which actually does change whenever you stand underneath it. 2022 also took things a step further and gave the champion skins transformations, where as you get more kills, the guns will become cooler, like becoming ruby plated or just straight up turning gold. It also gave the 2022 knife a brand new inspect animation, where if you are the kill leader and have 25 plus kills, you will actually pull out a trophy in your other hand. The last two mechanics in the champion skins was introduced in 2024, that being the knife actually containing a gun buddy, which mirrors what you have on the Phantom, and it also gave the finisher breakable asteroids, making that you get a tiny aim labs course when you win the round, plus making your character actually emote when you go underneath the finisher. I am really hoping that when it comes to 2025, they will also introduce some form of cool gimmick. The rest of the skins in this video are way more simple with the gimmicks, starting with Protocol, which gave the guns one of two different robot voices, which comment on various different actions, like getting kills, inspecting the weapon, or getting an ace. It's a cool gimmick, but I can see why it is a little distracting at times, which is why you could actually go into the settings in game and turn off the voice. I would say it would be more cool if more skins talked, but logically speaking, it wouldn't make sense if they made a skin like Neptune speak unless it was something like this. Blub blub motherfucker. Now for these next couple of skins, I'm gonna clump them together as lazy gimmick skins because they all contain a new gimmick, but we're basically given nothing else, like no effects, no finishers, no animations. And we're gonna start with the Doodle Bud skins. These were default reskins with doodle art put on them, and the whole gimmick of these skins is that as you get kills, the drawings would get colored in slowly. These skins could have been something cool, but Riot Games just got very lazy with them and basically gave them nothing. For Xeno Hunter, the knife was fantastic, but everything else was kind of shit, as he did not have any kill effects or animations. The only thing they introduced was the map on the side of the guns, which was supposed to be a reference to a motion tracker found in the Alien movies, but for the sake of game balance, they did not work, so it just ended up being extra useless clutter on the side of the gun. The Soul Strife and Crimson Beast skins probably have the laziest gimmick out of all the gimmicks in the game, that being every time you get a kill, you will get a very simple kill animation, nothing else. It's basically this tiny effect you are currently seeing on your screen. This is basically what they did. They gave us default reskins and gave us just a tiny effect. That's it. The last of the lazy gimmick skins were the black market skins. They were obviously supposed to look like modern day guns and could have been really cool with kill effects and a finisher, but instead all they gave us was a gimmick that every time you switch side, the look of the gun will actually change. So on T side it will look like this, and on CT side it will look like this. This realistically could have worked if they would have given us like some extra effects, but since this was all these skins had, this is why basically nobody uses this skin. That is not the case for these skins on the other hand. The main feature Cryostasis brings to the table is the icing mechanic, where as you have the gun out, more and more ice forms, where then when you shoot the gun heats up and the ice breaks off. I personally really like this mechanic. Oni 2.0 gives us another Easter egg, that being that when you have the Oni Katana equipped, it will actually change the design of the Yoru ult in game and will turn it into an Oni mask. It's a very small change, but it's really cool if you happen to main Yoru. Next, for the Radiant Entertainment skins, they bring a 3-in-1 mechanic where every variant has its own set of kill effects, finisher, and inspect song, all of them being arcade themed, and it's mainly targeted towards people who either want a skin of many different effects or love Street Fighter. Neo Frontier gives its skins a transformation upgrade, where it gives the player the option of either having an old-fashioned looking gun or a futuristic looking one that looks straight out of Star Wars. I personally really like this mechanic because it basically gives you two guns for the price of one. Up next, I'm going to clump up Kuronami and Primordium because both basically have some pretty neat interactive finishers. The Kuronami one forms a bubble which you can shoot and pop, while Primordium changes your entire screen to a hellish landscape when you go in the middle of it. Up next we have Combat Crafts, which is a deluxe rarity budget skin line and the first of the rarity to have upgrades. That being every time you buy the skins, a variant will be randomized and put on. The variants all happen to be ripoffs of older skins like Spectrum, Oni, or Reaver. The last of the skin gimmicks we are going to talk about are the Nocturnum skins, which have runes of ult icons on the side of the guns. When you kill one of the enemy agents, their ult icon will light up on the gun for the rest of the match. These runes also tie into the finisher because when all 5 runes are filled in the finisher will actually change to show a creepy tree demon show up. The melee of this collection also has a 2-in-1 mechanic, where when you inspect it, it will switch between a scythe and a dagger, both having different animations. These were all the gimmicks that are so far in Valorant, and if you think I missed any, make sure to comment them down below. Anyways, like and sub if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Peace.